Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Josie's Point of View, where we focus on human interest stories from the Carolinas and beyond. Today's Saturday, and it's January the 4th, 2025. Thank you so much for tuning in.
If you're new to my channel, I want to thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you find the information here to be informative. And if you're a return viewer, by all means, thank you for coming back. I always say the tide changes so frequently here on these YouTube streets. So you always have to acknowledge where your support comes from. And I want you to know I sincerely thank you for your support. Feel free to like and to share this video. And don't forget to subscribe.
And our story today comes from Sanford, North Carolina. Take a look at the headline. And it reads, Man set woman on fire, mother charged with covering it up. I'll provide you with a summary here, and I'll identify some of my sources for you in the description box. Well, this video is an update to the one I posted just a few days ago regarding a young woman who was doused with a flammable liquid on the streets of North Carolina and then set on fire. Many of us were horrified by that story, and beyond the horror of the situation and the anger felt by so many, I have to tell you there's an undercurrent of lies and deception that I find to be a bit irritating. So today's video is an update, and then I want to encourage you to stick with me until the end so I can really share how I feel about this entire situation. So let's recap briefly before moving into the new information. It was December the 16th when a young woman showed up at the emergency room with burns over her body, and it was the emergency room staff who contacted the police. It was reported that the woman stated that three men had approached her from behind, threw a flammable liquid on her, and set her on fire. Now, at the time, we did not know how she arrived at the emergency room. We know that now, but the Harnett County Police came forward with the story as she provided to them. But was that really the truth?
And it was a bit puzzling to learn that this man here, Jamie Griffin, the 23-year-old live-in boyfriend of the victim, he had been arrested and charged with attempted first-degree murder for setting a shanty Downey on fire. I was puzzled by initial report because, remember, she told police that three men approached her from behind, threw some type of flammable liquid on her, and set her on fire. But this is the only person that was arrested. And this was not a stranger. It's not a stranger to her. This was her live-in boyfriend. So this was someone that she lived, that she knew very well. There was no mention that he had an accomplice. So it seemed a little strange. Also, was she really walking on the highway when this happened? Was he walking or was he driving? Something just was not adding up. We did not know the details, but that's the story we had been told.
And in case you forgot, let me remind you that Jamie Griffin, the suspect here, the 23-year-old suspect, that he has a child with Ashanti's sister. So he has a baby by a sister, and now he's the living boyfriend of the other sister. Drama, and it's starting to show its face right now. So, breaking news. We learned that yesterday the mother of the suspect had now been arrested and charged in relation to this case. And according to information released by the Harnett County Sheriff's Office, 44-year-old Latanya Renee Murchison was arrested and charged with accessory after the fact. Now, they say Murchison was present during the incident when her son set Ashanti Downey on fire. Information from the arrest warrant states that not only was she present when that woman was set on fire, she failed to report the crime. She knew her son was facing numerous charges, and she assisted him in escaping detection, arrest, and punishment by transporting the victim away from the scene of the crime to conceal its location, attempting to cover up the crime by not contacting law enforcement, lying about the crime when she was in fact contacted by law enforcement, and attempting to discard the victim's clothes. What a mother.
So the facts of the case are pretty straightforward. The son, 23-year-old, he set his girlfriend on fire, and his mother was there when it happened. And the mother, instead of reporting it, she covered it up. All right. She removed the victim from the location where the incident took place. She did not notify police. She took the girl someplace else. Who knows how long in between? She could have been trying to see if she could treat the burns herself, but the girl had severe burns. She had third-degree burns. But it was later on that she took the child, the young woman, to the hospital. But she lied to police, she covered it up, and she covered for her son. All this to make sure that he was not held accountable for this crime.
And herein comes the lies and the deception again for me. Nobody can convince me that Ashanti Downey did not know exactly who lit her on fire. Ashanti Downey know exactly who lit her on fire because not only was she, it was her boyfriend, it was the boyfriend's mother, and who knows what else. So after they lit her on fire, it was the mother who took her away from the location, and they probably took her back home, and they all probably all got together and they prompted her as what she should tell the emergency room staff when she was asked about the situation. In my opinion, they all were lying. Ashanti Downey, the victim, was lying. The boyfriend, we know he was lying and he got caught. And the mother was lying because she was trying to conceal to hide what her son had done. Everybody were lying, and they were all lying in our faces. So both mother and son are currently residents at the Hunter County Detention Center. The mother, 44-year-old Latanya Renee Murchison, she has been charged with accessory after the fact, and she currently remains in jail on a $500,000 bond. Her son, 23-year-old Griffin, he has been charged with attempted murder and an arson and setting a woman on fire and some other charges, and his bond is currently set at $1 million. They both right where they deserve to be. Well, I'm sure there are more pieces to this puzzle, but I'm throwing in the towel on this one. I am just done with it. For starters, I just don't like to feel that people are playing in my face. I want so much to be supportive of victims, but when you have to navigate through the web of lies and deceit, it's annoying, and you simply have to walk away. There's no question in my mind that this young woman knew exactly who set her on fire. She knew. It was not a stranger. It was somebody she was living with. It was a living boyfriend. But she told police it was three men that she did not know. There's more to this story. I do believe she may have been abused on a regular basis. I do believe that others knew about it, but for whatever reason, they either chose not to get involved or they were not in a position to help her. And I have to tell you, by the actions, the mother of the suspect, she had a role in abusing this young girl as well. But I'll tell you, for one thing, I would never defend my child. If he tried to kill someone, for the record, I would be the one turning him in. And then to continue to lie to authorities about what happened, how can you as a parent actually live with yourself? You know, it's a shame they can't charge her with attempted murder as well. And Ashanti, it's time for you to find your voice. Stop covering for that idiot and tell investigators the truth. He's in jail now, and he can't hurt you anymore.
And the most recent update is that she remains in the burn center and she continues in critical but stable condition. It was also mentioned that a GoFundMe on her behalf has raised over $100,000, and this is going to be a long recovery ahead. We wish her well. And that's all I have for you right now. Feel free to leave me a comment below and let me know what you think about this video. And by all means, feel free to like it and to share it. And if you haven't done so already, I want to invite you to subscribe to my channel by clicking on that red subscribe button. It's on the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. And if you click on the bell that looks just like this one, that's the notification bell. If you click on that notification bell, you'll be the first to know whenever a new video is uploaded. I thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.